Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Karaoke Andi here, trading together with you the US markets. Today is the 28th of July 2026. And this is the disclaimer. This is no financial advice. Trading involves risk and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct your own research before trading. This stream and its recording is for educational purposes only. This stream is governed by the stipulations set out on the website tradertom.com, tradertom.com/disclaimer. And we are together today on a Tuesday because we are in a holiday schedule. In case you haven't noticed, because Telegram just buries all the old messages by the new ones. But Tom posted this schedule here a couple days ago. So this week till Friday, I'm flying solo here. You get me for both the US and EU session each and every day till Friday, 31st of July. Then the channel is closed completely until Monday, the 24th of August. And there again, I will do the full week, both sessions, till Friday, the 28th of August. After that, 1 week solo Tom, and then regular schedule. All right? Good. So, I want to trade with you the espresso in the Dow. I use the 38-point offset. I probably don't want to use a $190-point stop loss for that. That's for later. So 28. No, what is that? 38. Quickly make sure 52, 7, 17. Yeah, 38 points offset. Those two boxes, they are exactly 38 points high. And I just use them as spacers here, right? So, okay, markets will open in 2.5 minutes. So we could maybe allow a look at the structure. Dow closed at 52,210 yesterday, so we are very well gap up here. Almost a 0.1%, which is a lot. I marked down here the previous session low and the previous session high. And the overnight, so everything in between sessions, high, which is probably confusing because this candle might expand. Yeah. So just for me, that if I get filled on the short side here, the previous session high here is, of course, a magnet. It's an important swing high. And I would assume there should be at least some sort of support. But then again, open volatility can break support, can break resistance. We shall see. So, when I put the orders in, I usually take a screenshot, but that bar keeps moving, right? So maybe there's no point in it, because those orders might change. There you go. Okay, I do a little bit less stop loss here so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, 49 seconds. So what I'm posting here now is a screenshot, and you see the don't want to get filled, so I have to delete that one already. There's no point in that. It's the short order. Okay. Maybe I get a chance. Maybe not. Click, 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 click. Espresso orders. And we are open. Whoa. Filled on the short side. Previous session high. Yeah. And we might find support there. Come on, bears. Shoot through. Okay, so far. Yeah, I will close this voluntarily. Closing Dow. So it's too. Okay, now we're heading lower, of course. Oh no! I was too flimsy. I will close this. There you go. That's when you prepare too much, right? So this is what I marked down. This is where we clearly reacted to, and this is clearly where we shot through and violently, and I would be now 50 points or so in profit. 100 points. Damn you. Ay. Okay. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. No. Close that one for a scratch. No open orders. Tja. That would have been lovely. So. Same analysis that I did here in the Nasdaq, but unlike the Dow, we are opening gap down, and we're just trading below previous session low, and now approaching the overnight low. Oh. Just thinking if I should just sell short the Nasdaq. It's a clear move down, a lot of momentum. If I should sell short the Dow Jones. Wow. Of course, support here in the Nasdaq. Let me put it side by side. There you have it. What a lovely espresso that would have been. While I was trading the DAX and the FTSE this morning, markets were incredibly range bound. So kind of expected, and the open was very bar up rejection, bar down rejection, was pretty dangerous actually to trade. But so I was kind of, my mind was probably kind of still somewhere in the EU session, and didn't expect this, to be honest. That was a lovely reaction. So if you took it and if you're still short, well done. Especially in the Dow, that might head lower. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Let's see if we can get a chance to sell. Oof. Probably I just sell short the Nasdaq, sell short. Don't want to have 170 point stop loss. Probably just want to also, how late is it now? It's the first 5-minute bar concluded. 5-minute bar. Probably want to sell short the Dow here as well. Selling short the Dow. Short the Dow. So, now let's see. This is just me following momentum. This might reverse. Very well worth taking a shot. So hopefully previous session high now here acting as resistance. So far so good. Oh, there was a Trump post. I might regret what I just did. What was there? There are several actually. Okay, I don't know. Whatever Trump is doing. So do I really want to be short on another Trump post? Okay, guys, this is a little bit too crazy. I'm closing here. I'm closing both. Closing. Don't want to be short when Trump is posting like crazy here. Sorry about that. Sorry, dear Americans. But your president has a way of moving the markets with his True Social posts. So Nasdaq closed, Dow closed. So I didn't even post my entries. Let's just move those apart. Maybe can do that with the transaction history. So okay, why was that minus 13? That was the scratch trade. Okay, that was more than I thought. 0.6 in the Dow on the scratch trade and plus 21.4 on the last one. So okay, seems to be safe to be still short the Nasdaq, but you never know. You never know. I have been in positions when Trump was posting and it was just crazy. Don't want to gamble here. Plus 26.8. Okay. Okay, we're heading lower. But you know, it's a gamble. I just were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In real time, I can't discern whether that's good or bad news. Would need some AI for that, right? Okay. Otherwise, I would stay short with you. But let's wait for, I don't know, a better setup. What else do you need, right? Trading below everything here in the Nasdaq. If you look left, There is not much. We came down a lot, and maybe we'll just continue to do so. See that stack of Trump posts here? Straight down here on the 1 minute can be one of those where you look how previous session high gave resistance. Now we're trading lower. Okay. So here's a chance to sell above prior bar low. Above prior bar high. Excuse me. Somebody tried to call me here. While I'm trading. Looks like it's heading lower, huh? Let's put the sell order in here. Shall we just bet on a continuation? Just sell short. So see. So we short the Nasdaq again. Okay. 27,652.6. Stop loss is probably happy above the next swing. 27,116. No, 27,69. I got 7,769. Things happening so fast here in the Nasdaq. Whoa. I move stop loss above the swing, the last swing high here. Everybody puts it there, right? Okay. Okay. Filled in the Dow. Bloody hell. Why is it always so hectic here in the US session? Edit. 52, 476.5. Stop loss. I like it to be 120 points, 100 above the next swing. Very good. 52, 614.7. Slightly too big size for me. Oh, I'm already 75 points in profit here. Okay. What is happening? Okay. Am I looking on the 1 minute chart? Let's not be so flimsy. Okay. Okay, in the Dow there might be some support here. Have to be careful. And Nasdaq, there is nothing. Oh. Nasdaq looks good. Stop loss to break even in Nasdaq. Doing good. Dow doesn't break. I closed Dow for -4. Maybe it still breaks, but I think I'm happy with closing Nasdaq, closing Dow. So Dow close, Nasdaq close, scratch in Dow, plus 120 in Nasdaq. And there's another Trump post. Or was I just imagining that? Let's take a little recess here, guys. Sorry, that was intense again. I always, when I trade the US session lately, there's another Trump post. Okay. Yeah. Why don't we do some questions time, right? Do some questions time. We made some money here. Let's answer some questions. So, holy moly. Ooh. Here, a gentleman whose name starts with A from the United Kingdom says, there are no Trump posts. I'm assuring you, brother, there are. Here. There. 2 minutes ago, this one, I don't know, just now. That guy's posting like crazy. Okay, and Nasdaq is still falling. Dow is consolidating. Maybe will still break. The Nasdaq is clear. There you go. Another Trump post. I'm not going to do that. Can he just not stop, please, for a second? My God, give us a break. Can't we just trade normal markets that are not somewhat influenced by a head of state posting there on social media? So, who is still short, ladies and gentlemen? Carlos read it all. He said he dropped just 20 good news and market hated him. Still short. He's about to deploy the masterpiece of bad news. All right. Okay. You probably are a good news trader, my friend. You see, Dow didn't break. I'm glad I'm out of that. Nasdaq pulling back a little. Doesn't mean anything, you know. Can just be a retracement. So if you're still short, don't get flimsy like me. So some says he had Trump on the phone and he said I should stop being such a pussy. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Donald. I'm not a billionaire like you. What? Look what's going on here. The guy's posting like crazy. All right, so might be a bug in the software. how can look, brother? How can that be a bug in the software when here is literally 1 minute ago? Here, 1 minute ago, the guy is really posting. That guy, the U.S. president. Let's be respectful here, right? So there is really something going on. What did Donald Trump say? I don't see a tweet here. Just go to True Social and literally look at it. I mean, I don't know. Look, guys, I don't read that stuff. I don't care about that. I'm not a U.S. citizen. Is I don't. I'm not necessarily interested while I'm in the markets here. What the U.S. president has to say, but we can all agree that in the past few weeks and months, Trump's posts on his own social media, Truth Social, have had an influence on the market. That suddenly, he was posting there something, the market shot either up or down. And to me, that is not something I want to be in with, because it can turn around. Not because of price action or because of structure, or just because of euphoria or panic that one of his contributions there might cause, with buyers and sellers. So, right? So I'm not a news trader. That's not my game. Yeah. So right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I have here in this software this little indicator, just gives me a little. There's another one. Yeah. Maybe he has time right now. He's probably a very busy man, I can imagine, and now it's where he's posting. And within 20 minutes when the market is open, that certainly has an effect, right? So. Yeah, so the Trump posts, they I don't need to look, as a German living in the Czech Republic. I don't really need to be interested in. Of course, generally yes, but what the U.S. president has to tweet on his own social media about his political opponents or whatever, I don't know who half of the guys are he's talking about. So not really that interested in, but they moved the market, so I'm just staying out for a while, taking a seat back. Looks like, well, look here, previous session low, huh? Again, acted as resistance, but this is, right now maybe the market in waiting mode. Bulls are not. There's another Trump post as I speak, Bulls are not ready to commit. Bears are not ready to commit. We're now in between. So now the aggressive school run has issued a long and short signal over the fourth 5-minute bar. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. So I'm standing by and standing down. So, guys, let's not make this a political thing here. I try not to do that. I want to be neutral here. All I'm saying is when the American head of state, if Donald Trump, posts something on Truth Social that has proven to move the US indices that we're trading here. So, and that can go violently in either direction. And if something goes in either direction and you don't know, to me, that's a coin toss. That's gambling. So, could have stayed short. so far would have been a great idea. In the Nasdaq seems to head lower. But I don't know. I know, man. There's another post. Yeah. So, Johan says conspiracy, AI, chips, rumors, whatever. Not interested in that stuff. I'm a price action trader, not a news trader. Right. So Frank says, hello, Andy. Oh, yes, it has an impact. I lost 4K because of a tweet. My stop was not executed as the price fell too quickly. I agree with your cautious approach. Thank you, brother. You know, yesterday I was short the Nasdaq and I got out too early. I think I said that often enough. I should have stayed short, right? And if any of you criticized me, Andy, why did you get out so early? Well, nobody did that, but if you did, I would be like, yeah, you might have a point, right? No, you clearly have a point. So, but please forgive me for not wanting to be part of this just yet. So, hi Andy, what account size do you have? Rather Shah. Don't care about my. Don't worry about my account size, brother. My account size, you know, I have currently, I don't know, 4,544 euros in there. Is that all the money that I have? No. I deposit there enough money to open positions. Call that operating capital. Should I lose all of that, believe me, there's plenty more where that comes from to replenish. So I'm not like Tom, who has already made his fortune in the market, who can just put €1 million or 100,000 in an account at the beginning of the year and then not touch it and then just trade it the whole year. And at the end of the year, then tell us, I have to withdraw something, you know, to pay bills, stuff like that, right? So, and I don't want my money to lie around in London in Barclays Bank in another country unused. So I only deposit there enough to meet margin requirements. So if you think this is my account size, no. This is just what I deposited there to open positions, right? I trade relatively small size here with you guys. Personally, I trade a little bit bigger, but not anywhere like Tom. So don't worry about my account size. I'm here just once per week. It really doesn't matter. All that matters is that I'm showing you real trading. I'm putting here some money on the line, right? So if I lost here, that would be $60 or so, you know. It's not nothing on one trade. How many trades did I fire already? One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 600 euros for the benefit of your education. Not nothing. It's also not a lot, right? But it's not nothing. So Yazur is asking, why don't you trade Forex, Andy? Yeah, because, brother, this stock indices, that's what the big boys trade, right? Forex is for teenagers. There you have it. I don't know why. I like the volatility in stock indices. I like that in the time zone where I sit. I get to trade 2 opens, right? So the London/Frankfurt Open at 9 a.m. my time, and oh, the school run has just triggered. Oof. No, but I don't trade Forex. And why? I don't know, I kind of specialized in those 4 indices that I trade. I'm most proficient in the DAX. So it gives me enough volatility, enough opportunity to extract points out of the market. So why would I bother with Forex? Guys, I think I want to take this. I don't know, whoever is calling me there. So sorry about that. Why don't I trade Forex? I think I made my case. There's nothing wrong with trading Forex, right? Whatever rocks your boat, mate. But if you ask you think Forex is superior, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. So there is Alex from Spain. Hi, Andy. Pretty unimportant question, but what are your thoughts on prop firms? They seem to be quite a lot of attention lately. Oh, don't get me started on prop firms. Don't get me started on prop firms. So here I live in Prague. Prague is home to FTMO, and it's one of the biggest and not the oldest, but they're pretty established, right? Prop firms, let's put it like that. Let's not just let that end in me ranting and raving. Just try to look at it from a pure business perspective. How do prop firms make money? Or let's start a little bit earlier. Let's say, Alex, you and I, we would be on Mallorca, we would drink some sangria, and you would be like, hey, Andy, there's so much money to be made in the trading business. And I would be like, yeah, 90% lose money, right? Yeah, that's true. We should be a broker. And I would be like, yeah, but regulatory inhibitions, you have to get a license from the central bank and whatnot, they would be under scrutiny of nah. Then you say, nah, that's not and then you would be like, Andy, I got it. What if we don't open a brokerage but just evaluate traders? I said, how would you evaluate traders? Yeah, we would let them trade a demo account, no money on the line, really, and they would pay us that we create some stats. And I said, yeah, we can create those stats automatically, right? Yeah, but we would construct some sort of challenge, and if they win the challenge, they can get payouts. And I would be like, yeah, but how would you pay those payouts, right? that's the beauty. Out of the money, out of the collected fees for challenges and resets. So that's the carrot, right? And yeah, so the money in for prop firms is challenge fees and resets, right? And the money out are certainly, what do they need? They need employees, software, premises, all of that, but certainly payouts, right? So remember, those people are trading a demo account. They're paper trading, right? But somehow, when they win that challenge, they're eligible per the rules of the prop firm to payouts. So that's a big cost component. And every business tries to do what? They try to maximize their profit. And one way to do it is by keeping costs low, right? So, and if the biggest cost factor are payouts, then you make sure that you reduce the payouts as much as possible. So, you already know 90% in this business of retail traders, they lose money. Go to any certified broker, scroll down there in the footprint. You can read that for yourself. Between, I don't know, sometimes it's 80%, sometimes it's 85%, sometimes it's 90%, but you know, you get what I mean. The majority loses money. And then on top of that, as a matter of keeping your costs low, you impose some very tough rules, right, to minimize payouts. Yeah, because that's not in the interest of the prop firm. And that's really all I want to say here, right? It's not in the business interest of the prop firm that you receive payouts. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So, however, you trade with a broker, they make money from commissions, right? From the bid-ask spread, from fees. That's why they make those nice broker platforms, give you all these indicators. That's why the platform, they bling, 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 bling. You know, they want you to be the click monkey, you know, to trade as often as possible. Sometimes they book you, you know, and play their games, but at least there is no issue with payouts, because a broker is a specialized bank. A broker is basically when you don't need to request a payout with a broker. You just click withdraw like from a bank account, right? So that's it. I might want to sell short here on the school run in the Nasdaq once it triggers. There you go. Even though it feels like a gamble. Dow showing some strengths. I'm not taking the school run long. Screw this. Scratch that. Not taking any more trades. Let's just do this. Let's regard this as an educational session. To me, I don't know what to make of it there. That's too crazy. So, yeah, so that's what I think about prop firms. There's some people who seem to do very well trading prop firms. Just be careful. With any influencer, there might be a chance that there is some affiliation going on. Money in for a prop firm is challenge fees and resets. Money out is payouts. So, and they show you sometimes those payout certificates. And I have heard, don't know if it's true, but it makes sense, again, economically or from a business perspective. that they receive their affiliate commission by recommending that prop firm via such a payout. So they receive affiliate commission, and the system of the prop firm generates a payout certificate with a QR code that you can scan, and then, you know, you think that guy can trade. Or an affiliate might get unlimited resets, because why not, right? So, and that's already a battle that you can't win, right? Because that guy can just blow up, reset, blow up, reset, blow up, reset, blow up, reset, can do that 100 times. Huh? And if he makes some profits, he can keep them maybe as part of his compensation package. Oh yeah, and the profit split and the spread, you're trading a demo account, right? That's only further deductibles to your payouts, right? So there you have it. Not the best of opinions if you can trade with a broker. That's honestly what I think. So, do you trade options or futures? It seems you and Tom mainly trade CFDs. Why might you like those better? Rylan asks. Okay, so in the US, CFDs are banned. I believe is also in Belgium they are banned or whatever. So if you have no access to CFDs, don't bother. But look here. I pay a 0.9 spread in the Nasdaq, and I pay a 1.9 spread in the Dow. I pay a 1 point spread in the DAX, and I pay a 0.8 spread in the FTSE. And those spreads are fixed. They're not variable. Some brokers have variable spreads, but here with Trade Nation, they are fixed. So I'm not, sorry, it might sound like advertising now. I'm just telling you, it is cheaper to trade CFDs over futures. That's why I trade CFDs. To me, if I open a future chart of the Nasdaq or of the Dow, I have that even available on my broker here. It is the same chart. It looks exactly the same, right? The prices are different and they change every day. The price difference between futures and cash, they change every day. But still looking at this candle there. If I want to sell short, I stay out. Let's put the Donald on here. Let's not look at it, not get swayed. So, because you might look at yeah, and you can trade odd sizes. You know, I can just here put a lot size however I please. There's not contracts. Can just trade in whatever size I want. There's of course a maximum that the broker allows, but I'm nowhere near that. So that's good. It's a synthetic instrument, but that has also the advantage I get filled instantly. But you know, to me, the cost of trading is really relevant, because at the end of the year, you pay a lot in commissions and fees to your broker, sometimes thousands of euros or dollars, and I want to have that rather in my pocket. So that's why I trade CFDs, simply cheaper. And with futures, remember, some people sent me there some comparison. What they usually miss out on is that you have to pay for the round trip. You have to pay for opening the position, and you have to pay for closing the position, and sometimes a fee on top, right? So with CFDs, usually all of that is baked into the spread. So that's what you pay once, right? So however, CFDs, they come with a caveat. If you hold positions overnight, you pay overnight fees. With futures, as far as I know, you don't do that. So if you're swing trading or whatever, that might be the better option. Also, I only look at those markets that I trade, right? So other markets or whatever, that might be different. But yeah, that's simply the reason. Yeah. Speaking of funded accounts, some new traders might get approached on Reddit or other social media platforms in the most sneaky way to convince them to try the funded account of a specific company. So yeah, be careful, people. Funded means you pass the challenge, right? That's what that means, right? Yeah. So you're welcome, Rylan. Shinzi. Legit 50 plus truth posts in 20 minutes. Yeah, bloody hell, right? That gentleman here, that was busy. Prop firms are cooked. I passed a 50k eval the other day that had end of day drawdown in the evaluation, and then when funded, they changed it to intraday and didn't tell me, and I cooked the account within days. They just know how to fuck you over. Waste of time and money. Yeah, it's a waste of time, right? Yazur, who asked me why I don't trade Forex, asked me would I recommend trading Forex. Brother, I don't assume that I know everything, right? I trade stock indices. I don't trade Forex. So ask a Forex trader. There are plenty of them. I'm not one of them. Why what's wrong with you are here? What's wrong with that here? I know what might be the issue here. Look, most of the questions that I get, number one is actually, Andi, the espresso. Where's the documentation? Why are you interested in the espresso? Because it gives you the illusion of a fully mechanical strategy that makes you money every day. And if something is purely mechanical, entries and exits, you can as well code it, and then a bot trades it, and you get rich in your sleep. Your growth lies in the work that you are avoiding. And the work that you are avoiding is actually become a professional loss taker. To become somebody who can deal with that million-year-old operating system here, that reptile brain, that lets you do all of that crazy stuff that you're not supposed to do, right? And that keeps you from actually making money in the markets. Yeah? So you're avoiding that because that's the hard work. So you're looking for, that's why I'm obsessed with entry techniques, with strategies, with different markets. Andi, gold. What about gold? Why don't you trade gold? Forex. Espresso. Give me the. No. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to do here is to show real trading. Trading involves taking losses, sustaining that, also sustaining drawdown periods, and they will eventually and inevitably happen to every professional trader. And if you think that you can trade without ever taking a loss or without ever having a losing streak, that's not going to happen. Yeah. That is just, we're trying to manage uncertainty here, and you want to eliminate uncertainty. That's why you're asking me about Forex. Isn't it like that, Yazur? So, TD from Poland. Hello, Andy. I really like the way you think when you're trading, and I enjoy hearing your thought process. I wanted to ask, could you walk us through what's going through your mind before a trading session starts? Do you have any mental rules or reminders you tell yourself, like, don't do this or focus on that, or or do you just show up and trade because it's all become natural? Thank you, and love you as brother. Love you too, brother. Thank you for the comment. So I can tell you, I was in the gym till about 3. So like I came back 30 minutes before the US Open. I start streaming like 5 minutes before the US Open, so I had like 25 minutes. yeah, so then my wife, she had yesterday a seminar. She's a coach. I was there to support her, and she was asking me what I think of. She wanted to send out some questionnaire or something like that. What I think about. Then my 5-year-old, she she was searching for, I don't know, some unicorn puppet, whatever. So I searched that with her. And then I made myself a coffee. The cup is still here. And then I sat down and yeah, then I just quickly drew a couple lines here. So previous session high, previous session low, overnight high, overnight low. I did that in both indices, as you can see. Luckily, I get the close automatically here, so I didn't need to take care of that. Okay, Nasdaq actually had slower. Okay. Ah, well. Okay. Fuck it. So yeah. And then I started streaming. Ideally, before a session, I do a couple of more things, right? But yeah, that's sometimes how it is. What helps me in my preparation is that I actually wanted, I usually screenshot my entries and my exits. I have a book of horror. It's basically a PowerPoint presentation. I get here. You see. Entries and exits, and if I didn't have that, I would just simply make a screenshot and just draw there manually lines in there where I get in and out. I do a lot of mental journaling. It's all about managing this here. Minus 3.6 was that was the last scratch. I always try to close for 0, but end up get a little slipped here. Yeah, so that's what I do. I sometimes do, when I have a little bit of time, I do some research. Also, sometimes Tom asks me to help him out with stuff like that. I'm not really so much interested in new entry techniques or in more technical analysis, but I try to keep an open mind. If somebody has something interesting to share, I take a look. Yeah, that's basically it. Hope that helps. So Baldur from Germany. My mate, this is an English-speaking channel. Please don't be lazy. You write me here something in German. And what you're trying to do is to basically use me as your personal assistant to do work for you that you could have done yourself. So the work that you could have done yourself is you could have translated that already into English, so that I don't need to read that in German, translate it to English, and then translate it back into German for you. Yeah. So you wrote a lot, but please respect that. English only. Yeah. Use I don't know, Google Translate or whatever if that helps you. So the espresso is for some reason called hashpresso in Holland. Yeah, but the espresso has nothing to do with coffee. More like with an express train. I didn't come up with that name. It's not an espresso. It's an espresso with an X. Ooh. Gio, I can't trade, but I listen to your session streaming. I could. Oh, I guess that's a compliment. Thank you very much. So, Vipin from India, hello friend. What are the belief system one should hold in order to become a best speculator? Can you list? You want it all, you know, pre-tune and spit out for you, right? Why don't you look at yourself? What are your limiting beliefs that that stop you from becoming the trader you want to be? That maybe that requires a little bit of introspection, right? So yeah. With the espresso, are the stop loss and take profit fixed, or do you decide it every day? My mate, guess what, asks that. So, this is time now for the Karaoke Andi beginners question. Bloody hell, where is it? I have made a list of my top 4 frequently asked questions. I'm going to paste that now. There you go. Right? So, question number 1 is always regarding the espresso. There you go. Kindly take a look. So, Joe says he doesn't understand things like on the Dow now we have a massive negative bar taking out 7 previous bars, but would you look for a short? Oof. Hey, mate. I think I've just looked at the 1 minute chart here. So if a market just goes down like that, where would you sell? That's the thing, you know. Sell short for any reason. Always in short, right? So you see that weakness, you want to be part of it. Where do you sell? You could sell on close of a bear bar, but then you know, you maybe miss out on some profit. You have a better chance by, you know, it's an expert entry. If you sell short above previous bar high, right? So you get a little bit more out of that move. And since here there was no such occasion, I tried a lower time frame. I was looking at this here, I believe. I tried to, I hope or was it that one? One of those, yeah. So, but that's, I don't know if I hit it perfectly, but that's what I tried to do, to sell above prior bar high. Yeah? Gambler says, Reezy Espresso, I want to trade it on ES. You say arbitrary on the entry offset. Did you originally derive that from ATR or something like it and the exit? Shall I give you away all my secrets? Look, you might if I use a 18-point offset in the DAX, right? Would I get away with an 18-point offset in the Dow? No, because the DAX is trading at 25,000 and the Dow is trading at more than double that, right? 52,600 or something like that, right? So maybe you need double the offset, maybe a little bit more. So that's something I would play around with. So the S&P trades at a much lower price, so you probably need a much smaller offset, maybe in relation to what we're using here in the Dow. But I have no data on that. I didn't try it in the S&P. Feel free to conduct your own research, play around with it. yeah, maybe ATR is a good idea, especially regarding a stop loss, because you can't place it based on structure when the market just opens, right? So that's all I'm going to say. It's not look, this is not the holy grail, right? It isn't. So Deep says, hi Andy, been in a slump for the past few weeks, lost quite a bit of my capital, trading with a smaller lot size until I'm mentally all in, trying to get back at it with your live stream. Thanks. Oh, you're very welcome, and actually you're doing the most sensible thing. If you are in a slump, and believe me, we all have been there. I, for one, have been there. Certainly know what you're talking about. Don't be too hard on yourself. Certainly analyze what happened. Your old trades will always give you the answers. Of course, you have to face that. You know, at one point, have to work on those things. But don't be too hard on yourself, right? At the same time, talk to yourself like to a good friend, trying to give yourself good advice, right? And exactly like that, take a break, and then slowly ease yourself back in. Small size, put a little bit of money on the line, but just really tiny, and get your confidence back and get back into the routine to execute, right? So, Lance from the USA, thoughts on supply and demand trading. Also, how can we make it more mechanical, less arbitrary? Thank you very much for the live stream. Okay, Lance. So, I'm not a supply and demand trader, but you might have noticed that I mark down here some, let's call it areas of interest, right? So the previous session high, previous session low, overnight low, overnight high. Yeah. So also I look at structure. Don't call it supply and demand, call it support and resistance, and then we're basically on the same page. A trader goes through, according to Mark Douglas, goes through 3 stages of development, from mechanical to discretionary to intuitional. Yeah, I believe. Intuitive. And so Tom's entry techniques are really purely mechanical, and you can trade them as they come. For example, the school run, the first bar negative positive, the brunch break, the rule of 4, all of those. But, and this is important, but they don't come with exit rules. The exits on Tom's entry techniques are really discretionary. So you have to take care of that. And what can I say? I'm more of a discretionary trader myself. I don't fire just like, if it seems like that, I don't just fire blindly. I've spent thousands of hours in front of charts and or in front of live markets actually, and I probably have a couple of 100 reference points in my head of things that I have seen in the past, and I execute based on that, right? So that's not always, I can't always verbalize that, maybe after the fact, right? But don't think just for a second that I just press sell because it's all red, even though pretty much did that. But there's a little bit more evidence, right? So in the Nasdaq, a lot of things come together. So look at that sell-off yesterday. Look at the look at the past days here on the daily, right? On the daily chart, they were all red. We're definitely heading lower. We opened gap down, right? We can interpret this as a downtrend on a higher time frame. This being a bear flag. So just imagine the market closes about here, so you can disregard that or not disregard that. But that's just all of those things together to me tell me that I want to be short the Nasdaq, right? So, and all of those Trump posts there made me insecure about that. So, by all means, feel free to visit Tom's resource channel. I posted the link in the FAQ that I just posted there. Go to the resource channel, look at all the documentation that Tom provides. Go for entry techniques that drive with you. And if you want mechanical exit rules, then yeah, have to develop them yourself. So how can you do that? Look left on your chart, go couple days, weeks, months, years back, whatever you need, and see how many points you get out of the school run in the Dow Jones index or whatever, you know. Do you get how often do you get a 1-to-1 or 1.5-to-1 or 2-to-1? How often does it get you into a trend day? Whatever, you know. That is up to you. Yeah, to develop your style. But Tom is very generous. What he's giving us here, you can be 100% sure that there's a ton of research behind it, and whatever Tom publishes is spot on. There's no fault in that. So feel free to explore that and develop a style that works for you. However, just think of one thing: purely mechanical trading. If that would work all the time, if you find something that works all the time, keep it to yourself, build yourself a bot, and make money in your sleep. I believe eventually the true edge is discretionary trading, and the sooner you develop that, the better. Anyway, hope that helps, Lance. So, Sam, Andy, just a quick question. If you were still short in the Nasdaq, like I am, oh, that was an hour ago, where would you advise I jump out from your insight of reading the chat? Sorry, that came too late. I mean, get out based on structure or based on Trump. This could be here a reversal pattern, like an inverted head and shoulders right now. Can you see that? So once you break the neckline, yeah, and that's the difference between textbook and real trading. Where's the bloody neckline, right? Do you disregard the tails here? Otherwise, it would be here. So let me draw that in for you. So I'm less of a pattern trader, but and this bar hasn't closed yet, but it will in 13 seconds. Anyway, forget about that. That is probably not accurate. So thank you, Andy. A profitable session. You're welcome. Peter, Hey Andy, do you pay for True Social API to attach Trump's True Social post to your Trace Nation chart? I can see his head on a chart timeline. How do we do the same? Yeah. So this here, my friend, is the Trade from Chart software that is developed by Tom Hougaard, and that basically sits on top of Trade Nation's trading platform, right? So it's just a browser extension. It's donation based, albeit you can use it free of charge, and that comes with Trump post indicator. So there you have it. You're welcome. So hi Andy, Ciela. Hi Andy, feel like missing out when closed all positions. Yeah. But you know that you wrote that a while ago. Now look at that. And now we're not so unhappy that we're out of it, right? Now we're not so unhappy that we didn't take the school run short, right? I'm not. Forex is for teenagers. Super joke, Andy. Of course, that was just a joke. Yeah, some serious forex traders out there. That was just like. Yeah, if you're new to trading, no, forex is not for teenagers. It's a serious instrument to trade. Don't listen to what I say. So, Marta from Austria. Hello, Marta. Hello again. Is the market more difficult in the summer? I heard that August is hard. It's usually more slow in the summer. So to close the channel in August actually also makes sense. You can really see that the volatility dies down. It's not like you can't trade it. It's just slower. So Nico, look at the date of Trump posts. I think the vote might be a bug, but when you open a post, it says, I also used TFC. The first 14 posts were old posted, but okay. No, those posts were very recent, as you can see from the True Social here. I can see Trump posted here a lot of stuff a while ago. There it is. So an hour ago. Yeah. So Tiago says, my brother, you're such a character. I crack myself with you. There you go. I find myself funny as well. I can't hear you guys or your reactions. I'm just thinking sometimes, did I really say that? I'm it's so surreal, you know. I'm sitting in my little office here, you know, talking to a microphone, and there might be, I don't know, I have no idea how many people are listening right now. 1,000 people, bloody hell. Tom usually says, how do you know it's too early? Yeah. Do you know? My crystal ball is in repair right now, you know, I don't know. So Ben, good day, Andy. Ben from the Philippines. Good day, Andy. During your early days of trading, how did you go about discovering the strategies that worked for you? We've heard of Tom's answer to the about you. No, brother. It's not about strategy. I think I made that clear. You might think the answer is in strategy, the answer is in technical analysis, the answer is in trading gold or forex instead of stock indices or whatever. It's not a strategy that was that drew me to Tom. It's about look. I'm German, and I'm probably the least agreeable person you will ever meet. You know, I have a very well functioning bullshit parameter, and I'm coming. I have an e-commerce and retail background, and I just needed to look at all those fake gurus there at social media. I'm not bragging here, but I know what they are doing. They would be doing cooking videos or cat videos. You know, they don't care about that. They're not traders, they're marketeers. They're just pretending to be traders because in the finance industries, the commissions are obviously very high, right? So that's why. And Tom is somebody who trades live, who puts his own money on the line, and he's doing that consistently. And he's also saying something about the mental aspects of trading that just resonated with me. That was what was drawing me to Tom, not any strategy. It's not about strategy, really. It isn't. Look, we were short. Look at that. We were short here, right? And then we were short again, I believe. Could have stayed all the way in. Could have added more, you know. That was the Dow. So I lost a couple points on the espresso, but look at if I stayed in. Look, if I added to it. It's not strategy. That was me being flimsy. Me being afraid of a little line that I was drawing there or whatever. And now I'm too hard on myself. I think I usually have an okay read. Let's put it like that. Not perfect in technical analysis. I'm not the best analyst. But I'm doing okay. It's adequate, I guess. So, Marvin asked, where from Germany are you and how you started trading? Nice regards from Germany. Hello, Marvin. If you have the time, kindly rewatch the EU session. I actually talked about that a lot. My journey and how I started in trading. Started in 2020. I come from the Ruhr area. But I live in Prague now for almost a decade. So, Prague, Czech Republic is my home now. So, here is Christian from Denmark. Hi, Andy. I just want to inform the Trump post function doesn't work here now on TFC, and it usually does. I've installed the latest to learn how to do. Look, if you have a problem with the trade from chart software, kindly consult the FAQs. They have a software group, but you know, it's donation based. Don't ask their stupid questions. Read the fucking manual, right? And if there's something not working, if there's a bug or something like that, then of course feel free to contact the developers. No worries. Yeah. So have a great day too, my friend. So Andre, hi Andy, my German oak friend. But German oak. 1.95 m. No, 1.91 m. Let's not make me bigger than I am. How much is that? 6'5". Yeah, I'm 6'5". 1.91 m. So, there was an article in the Wall Street Journal last week. It said that Donald Trump was considering to give premium early access to his posts for $100,000 fee monthly. Could you maybe ask Tom to pay that fee and have the post incorporated? He said, yeah, of course. Are you out of your mind? Not only do we do that here free of charge for you, give you that software free of charge, now you want us to pay $100K per month? That entitlement. I hope you're joking, brother. I hope you're joking. Because if you didn't, that could upset me. But I believe you do. So, Ken from Austria. Hi, Andi. Is that the chat? You are reading messages? Brother, FAQ. FAQ. It's, read the FAQ. Yeah, I just posted there something. Look here. There it is. Yeah. How can I contact you or Tom? Comments and live chat are intentionally disabled on YouTube and in this Telegram group. If you have a question, please send either Tom or me a private message on Telegram. And careful, there are scammers. So if you want to reach me, kindly click on here on my little bubble there, and then there you find my Telegram handle. Can do that with Tom as well. Alrighty. So I love my FAQs. So cool. People ask the same questions over and over again. You all have attention spans, you know, that newer generation. Sorry, but not more than a TikTok video. You want to everything spoon-fed into your mouth. You don't read any manuals, don't read any pinned post. You know, you want me to use me and Tom as your personal assistant, you know. A 10-second Google search you want to basically delegate to us. No, guys, you need to, if you want to make money in the markets, you know, if you have that little attention span, if you can't concentrate, if you can't be bothered to do a 10-second Google search yourself, you know, how do you ever think you would ever make money here? Stay out, don't do that. Do something else with your time. Seriously. So, there you go. JK from Denmark. Hey, Andy, first of all, I enjoy your analysis and the wise words that come from your experience. I sit and trade for many hours myself, and your broadcasts make the loneliness in front of the screen much easier. Thank you for your skill and for the time you put into it. There you go. That's a post I like. I'm blushing now. Thank you very much. Very nice. So there's more. As I've observed, the market seemed to be repeating the same pattern we saw on Friday. Take a look at the 4-hour candle from Friday the 24th. Ooh. Oop. So this is a 4-hour chart. 24th is around here. Don't know which 4-hour candle you mean. Don't know which pattern you mean. But you mean like down, or here down, pullback, another leg. It's not really a leg, right? Didn't make a lower high here. But here we did. Whatever you're seeing there, brother, I'm sure it's very well founded, and I believe I'm not the best analyst. I think most of you guys are much better than me. Oh, here's D from China. Hi, Andy. Are you considering patterns that occur before the official opening of the markets? When I look at the Dow on the 5-minute chart, it looks like a double top. Should this increase the chance for the market going down? You have to look. The market's open at 3:30 p.m. CS my time zone, yeah? Or I think 9:30 New York time, right? Before that, there is probably in the US indices an hour pre-market, and before that, whatever happens there is very thinly traded and mimics more the DAX or the European indices than anything else. Yeah, so be careful with what you read on the pre-market. I wouldn't disregard it. No, not pre-market, overnight market, the stuff that happens before the pre-market. Yeah. Just think of it like the real action happens when a market is open, right? We're talking stock indices. They have an open and they have a close. Your broker shows you something in between and you can trade that, but the volume that is traded there is smaller, right? So, And also when a stock index opens, initially there's a lot of volatility that can break support or resistance. So be careful about that. Doesn't mean that you should completely disregard that. But yeah, know what you're trading there. So Johan says, then my attention span is better than yours. As your designated price, actually, I recommend you extensive FAQ with the points I suggested yesterday because it is a thing. Still fun to watch you streaming. Johan, you're the man, and you certainly made good suggestions. More FAQs. Ooh. Congratulations on a good trade. May the trumpet sound fanfares for you. Oh God, I forgot the P. How to ruin your own jokes. There you go, Matthias. Hey, Andy, following up on the account size question. When you say you trade small size, what's the size? Yeah. If I don't trade live, I can trade bigger. How much bigger? Why do we really want to know? Is that really such a burning question? Of course, the underlying question is always, Andy, are you competent? Are you really making money? Are you really a profitable trader? That's what you're basically asking, right? Should you sit there? Well. Yeah. I'm a guest here once per week, and now during the holidays you get me all week. Let's just leave it at that. I think it doesn't really matter what I do. I'm not that open or transparent as Tom, because look, Tom is a rich man, right? He made his fortune already. He can afford on the 1st of January to put €1 million or whatever in a trading account and don't withdraw anything until the 31st of December, right? I don't have that luxury. So if I show you my here, the account is all real. I put money on the line. I post how many points we get. But the great distinction is this year mixes with my personal finances, right? So, and I don't want to be so transparent about that. Maybe that makes sense, right? So I don't have the luxury of really just setting up an account only for the sake of trading with you. And I would only touch that once per week. And otherwise there would just be a couple €1,000 lying around there that I don't put to good use. Sorry guys, can't afford that. So don't worry about my personal finances. I'm doing all right. Look, you can see this room here. Also comes with AC. I have my arcade cabinet there. I told you I have a family I take care of. I go to the gym, I eat, I smoke cigars. So I somehow can pay for all of that. But am I a millionaire or anything? No, I'm not. I'm not doing that long enough. Hopefully at one point I will be, but I'm not. Not yet. So hope that answers your curiosity. Shupam, don't just say hello, post a question. If you say hello, don't be so nice, just give me your question. Clarum, that Trump tweet indicator is not a good idea. Those tweets today were irrelevant to the market and you get the wrong signal. Yeah, but what if they are? Why do you say it's not a good idea? Haven't you been in the markets? Probably you haven't been in the markets, because otherwise you would have seen that the markets clearly react to those Trump posts on his own social media network, Truth Social, right? They really move the markets. And you're now writing that with the benefit of hindsight. Oh, the market didn't react. How do you know? Huh? How do you know in that moment? You would have to read them all, and they were like 20, and you would have to discern at that very moment, if that's good or bad or neutral. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. If you can do that, great. Yeah, but so, and if there is something that clearly has an impact on the market, why wouldn't you want to have that indicator or that information, right? So I don't really understand what you're saying here. Sorry, but that doesn't make sense at all. So, ooh. There is EE asks, hi Andy, love to hear your thoughts about stop loss, trailing stop loss, and if you can also take profit. Thank you. Also, which time frame do you prefer to watch the markets on? By the way, I've been trading the first 5-minute breakout of the open, and it works pretty nice. Yeah, well done. I guess you get the idea. I mainly trade for orientation. I look at the daily here roughly. I trade the 15-minute chart for the school run because the signal bar is on the 15-minute. I trade the 10-minute chart, 5-minute chart, and if I really want to time my entry, I sometimes look on the 1-minute chart. Yeah? So, but mostly I'm on the 5-minute. That's my go-to chart, I guess. And guess what? 3 bars on the 5-minute chart equal 1 bar on the 15-minute, right? So guess what? That's the low of that 15-minute bar. That's the high. Get the idea. So it's all connected. And you're basically asking me about stop loss, trailing stop loss, if you can taking profit. That's a little bit, would have to put into words what I'm doing here. Yeah, look, so at the heart of it is the idea that, you know how Tom made his fortune? By trend following, right? So in the DAX and probably also in the US stock indices, you get a trend day on average every 5 days. Yeah, a trend day being something that starts down here and ends up here in the opposite diagonally opposite in the screen, right? Or if it goes down, starts here, ends here, right? So if you ever want to be in that move, you have to assume that every day is a trend day and try to get into that move as early as possible. The school run already comes after half an hour after the open, right? Second 15-minute bar is the signal bar. So it might already be significantly away the market here. Look at that. Yeah? However, that's why Tom developed the espresso technique to jump in on a move earlier, to have a tool set for that. I usually use it to trade momentum, and usually somehow in the US session I get freaked out on the smallest of pullbacks like today. But yeah, at the heart of it, you want to be in that, and you don't want to take half profits or partials or whatever. You rather want to make that position bigger and then close the whole lot for a huge profit, or be okay with getting stopped out for. And now that's a little bit the thing. I like to put stop loss to break even at one point to have a free trade, right? So there are some guys who say, okay, either take profit or stop loss. I'm not one of those, right? I try to reduce my risk, have a free trade. when I have a buffer. But of course, that there are many instances where I get stopped out. In the morning in the DAX, it was clearly range bound. I tried to I did in half size. I said, okay, I'm not a range trader, but if I were to trade a range, I would buy low and sell high, right? Makes sense. Act not fiddle in the middle, but act on the extreme. So I bought the DAX at the lower end of the range, and then very quickly put stop loss to break even. I got stopped out for 0, and then DAX, yeah, well, would have been a nice profit, right? So that's a little bit the thing with stop losses. If you use a wider stop, you will not get stopped out so often, but if you do, you lose more money. If you use a tighter stop, or if you put it to break even, or if you trail it, lock something in, yeah, the chances that you get stopped out for 0 or for whatever you have locked in are also higher. And that's what you have to play around with, right? So, and then survive the other days where you don't get trend days, where you get reversals, where there is chop, and try to develop a feeling for that on those days you don't lose too much money, right? And then on the big moving days, that you make a large enough profit so you have a buffer also to sustain some losing days. Yeah. So that's the grand idea. That's it. Yeah. It's incredibly hard to pull something off that sounds so easy. So, my God. Mark from the UK. Andy, you are great to listen to. You make me laugh. You have a great sense of humor. Well, welcome, mate. Or my friend Romeo is a trader here from Prague. Question for the stream. Would you recommend a fixed mechanical model on trading home runs like a simple SRS or more intuition? Oof. I know, brother, that you are a trend follower / home run trader, and the screw run is a very robust technique that gets you into a move relatively reliably. Maybe not every move, but often enough. And when you're in, it's your job to stay in and make that position bigger. So there's nothing wrong with that. However, I don't know. In the DAX, I seem to trade more mechanical in the US indices, especially after the open. When I look at yesterday and today, I think I'm a better short seller than I'm a long buyer. I think I get a sense for shorting the market rather when it moves following momentum. But that's me, everybody's different. So both valid, right? So both valid. Thanks for the question. Good question. Morne from the United Arab Emirates. Hey Andy, thanks for the channel and the honest trading education you and Tom provide. It is rare to find true traders these days. What type of mental or mechanical guardrails do you enforce not to revenge trade? It's not like I don't revenge trade, but I work very hard not to. Thing is, if you lost money, your mind wants to have equilibrium, so to make it back. So that means also you're in a risk-off mode, right? That can really not end well, and I've been there. And I just remind myself before every trading session, I have my book of horror and whatever. I don't want to be that guy, right? So that I'm mentally prepared. So also I try to look at this as professionally as possible. So I'm a retail trader, yes, but I want to trade more or less professionally. I want to take seriously what I'm doing. So that means I most of the time, when I'm with you guys, I think I need to deliver here 1.5 hours or something like that, or 2 hours even. Want to ask all your questions, but if I'm by myself, I've just found out for myself that if I did something stupid, right, and it happens, so you disregard all your rules, who doesn't from time to time, and then you lose more than you want, and then you maybe revenge trade a little bit, maybe double up, triple up, increase your size, and then you have to realize at one point that if you go on like that, you will blow up. And that's a very hard realization. But as soon as you realize that the earlier you walk away, the less damage you will do, the better, right? So walk away. Remove yourself physically from the screen. Do whatever is necessary. Lock yourself out. Take a walk, and then it's incredibly hard to then internalize. Okay, this will take a long time to make that money back, right? This will be I just pissed away a week of profits or whatever, or worse. So walk. The earlier you remove yourself from the screen, the better. Or I can say it very plainly: try to fuck up less. Don't be that guy. Yeah. So follow up. Great advice. Been there past few days. Your session has not been kind. Yeah, happens to all of us. Take a break. The answers are always in your old trades. And try to look at it, look the beast in the eye, face it, and then get slowly back into the rhythm. Start small, get your confidence back. All right. Max from Poland. Hello, Andy. How did you fight revenge trading? Revenge trading and overtrading makes me lose money. I'm profitable with trend following, but some days I lose most of my money because one bad trade or choppy market. I guess taps into the same answer. Make it visceral. Take a screenshot of what you did, of your entries and exits, how that affected your account. Write down how you felt about that when you realized that you just pissed away a month of profit or whatever. Make it as visceral as possible in a way. Conserve it in a way. In my case, it's a PowerPoint presentation, right? But you can use whatever means possible, whatever helps you, to remind you before each and every trading session that you don't want to do that again. You don't want to be that guy. Be disgusted with that guy. Don't want to be that guy. That's what helps, I believe. Short seller rather than long trader. Is there a way to turn chart upside down? In that case, bottoms will look like tops. In that case, I should buy now, right? Because hello, Andy. Is it okay to share what is the stupidest trading thing you ever did? Thank you for your wisdom. My stupidest trading thing was my very first trade. I traded 100 lots in the DAX and lost 16,000 euros. No, that was stupid. So, oh, another Andy from the United Kingdom. Hello, name brother in name. I'm sure there are many of us who appreciate and respect your time and endless effort for the greater good. having you alongside me as I trade is very important. I've been trading for 6 years and have learned so much from you and Tom in the last few months. Thank you for all you do, Andy. Appreciate that a lot. We have actually the same experience. I'm trading since 2020, brother. So don't sell yourself too short here. We are probably equals, yeah? But great to have you. Thank you for your kind words. All right. That was on prop firms. Oh, that was an hour. Questions an hour ago. I somehow don't get them chronologically. Hi, Andy. Just quickly on prop firms. They should be treated as training ground before you put real money on the line. Yes, the rules are unfair and annoying, but generally clearly explained in the terms and conditions. For full disclosure, have been 20 plus payouts from prop firms. Look, I gave you my my point of view. If there is a way for you guys to use prop firms that it makes sense, by all means. I'm not telling you what to do. Obviously, some people do good on prop firms, must be, but probably fewer than you might think. Also, when you learn how to trade under rules that brokers don't impose on you, I don't know if that helps. If it's just a maximum daily drawdown or something like that, you can easily just adjust your stake size. So trade that at your as your account size, right? So if the maximum drawdown is 10,000 and your account is 100, guess what? Your account size, you should treat it as 10,000 rather than 100,000 and risk 1% on that. So and then it trades more like a real broker account, right? So something like that. Sing from India, Mr. Andi. Sorry to disturb you, but I have been tired. I have been keep reopening your channel due to this fake live symbol. Please try to stop it. It happens only on your channel, and the stream has been going on for more than 2 hours. It's still showing this symbol. I do not want to disturb you, but what? So look at this here. Right now, 514 people are watching. 514 people are watching. There it is. Yeah. So I don't know what's happening there, brother, with you. I'm not tech support. What do you want me to do? Show you how YouTube works? Sorry. Captain Amir from Iraq. Hello, Mr. Andy. I'm Captain Amir, a systematic trader. It's nice to hearing you. I've been in Tom's channel for over many years. Also, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you so much. I have some questions for further lives to ask you and would love to talk to you in the future. For now, I just wanted to say hi and greetings. Then greetings back. Thank you for your kind words. Always happy to hear your thoughts. Wow, that is the craziest username. I can't read that. It's very cryptic. Hi, Andy. I backtested Espresso and Nasdaq. The best run returned about 24% with a 2.22 max drawdown from May to across 235 trades. The average winning trade was roughly, compared to the average loss, profit factor is 1.66. We partly luck, but a longer term test just in case anyone's interested. If not, that's fine. I did just as an experiment. Actually, I tested on several markets, but it worked best on Nasdaq. I always was wondering if I should do that on Nasdaq. Yeah. By the way, thank you so much for the streams. I'm enjoying them. It's great that you're putting so much energy in them. For people interested in prop trading, my only recommendation is reduce your risk per position and aim for the best possible executions. Probably everything that you say makes sense. Thank you for looking into the Nasdaq. I might want to look into the espresso for the Nasdaq myself, because honestly, not too shabby what we've seen here. Wow. Nasdaq's all the way back up here. Now, previous session low. Wow. Dow making new highs. Almost trading, streaming for 2 hours. Feel free to buy that, guys. So betting on a breakout here. Not a fake out, but a clean breakout. Ooh, we missed that. This one here. That's your buy on close. Look at that. But here might be some highs of previous trading days. Here might be some resistance, but hey, might be, could be, whatever. So usually in the first 90 minutes in the S&P, L. Brooks says, and so in the Dow and the S&P, they move similarly. You usually get some sort of reversal, so this is a clear reversal, making new highs for the day in the Dow. So anyway, yeah, so Jiří from the Czech Republic. Hey Jiří, hi Andy, fellow trader from Prague. I just want to say hi, love your style on stream, keep up the good work. Feel free to connect with me, Jiří, my friend. Prague is not London or New York. You're not so many traders, so always happy to meet all of you guys. What is that Tom always says about tick chasing in trading? Strange question, sorry. Don't be a dick for a tick. I think that's that refers to when you want to perfectly we wait for price to come perfectly down to your level, or when you want to exit exactly at a certain level and then it doesn't, and moves away and you're not in, or you missed your exit and it goes all the way back down. If that happens to you ever, you have been a dick for a tick. Obviously, it's not, you shouldn't say that kind of stuff anymore, right? That's probably, I've never seen those times, I'm trading only since 2020. But probably that used to be, I imagine, a very male-dominated industry. Probably in 20 years ago, there were very few female traders. I don't know how that is now. As I said, I've never been on a professional desk. I can't say. But yeah, do we need to talk about dicks? If it's funny, yeah, why not? If you ladies don't mind, that those things of a long bygone era of male-dominated industry. So so you are so patient. You you are asked the same questions again and again. Yeah, there you go. I need to be patient as a trader, right? But I'm not that patient, actually. I give a lot of tough love, don't I? So 5 more minutes, then I will wrap this up. My God, so many questions. You guys are really... Jazz from Belgium. Hi. Thank you, Andy and Tom, for your live trading sessions. I started watching your live videos only a month ago, but it has helped me more than watching Instagram gurus for 2 years. You made me realize it's more about your psychology than having a million indicators on your charts. There you go, brother. You're very welcome. Yeah, you don't need any. I don't trade with any indicators, right? Yeah, that just that Trump thing there. But you don't see me using moving averages or whatever, or a VWAP or volume profile or footprints. I don't say that that has no merit. I'm just thinking that what keeps me from making more money is that I don't stay long enough in my positions, and that's the truth, right? So I don't need an indicator to tell me that this is very bullish right now and you should be long the Dow. And I sometimes use that Fibonacci tool here because I also studied Larry Pesavento, so to measure pullbacks, right? So I have the 50% level seems to be important, but I also look at 38.2 and 61.8. But that's just me. Can use whatever you want. Can you sing, Andy? Kevin asks. Karaoke Andy? Of course I can sing. Of course I can sing. Let me see if I find something. All right. So how's that? So why don't you trade the US 500, Andy? Because the Dow is simply on my broker is cheaper to trade. That's why I care about how much I pay, and those indices they move similarly, very similarly. Yeah. So Yoshi says absolutely, thank you. Magic, thank you, says Joe. Good, Joe's happy. Gambler says lol, okay, is also happy. Adrian says before going on holiday, says any homework, books or thing to study that you would advise reading and studying over the summer. Ooh. Yeah, what do you want to I would probably, if you haven't read Tom's book Best Loser Wins, maybe think I'm not overstepping with recommending that, right? You should probably read that. It's also a good read because it doesn't contain any technicals. Also, good old Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, the works of Dr. Steve Ward, maybe Bulletproof Trader. What's that from? Or do I mix something up? Mark Douglas and Dr. Steve Ward on trading psychology. If you really want to work on price action, study Al Brooks. Good luck with that. It's very heavy, but yeah, that's what I would recommend. Lawrence says from the UK, hello Andy, such great content. Thank you so much for everything you do. I really appreciate the time, effort, and value shared with everyone. Hope you continue for many years to come. Thank you very much. That's absolutely lovely to hear. Nah, I didn't buy. I want to stop trading now, honestly, and also stop streaming. Just a couple more questions here, and then I will wrap this up. Andre, hi Andy, a suggestion which you don't have to read on the channel. Basically, Andre from Australia is suggesting that Tom would set up an account that we both trade here or whatever. You know what, Andre? When Tom asked me if I come on stream for the first time, you know what what was the second thing is that he asked, do you want my account details? You want my username and password? Yeah? So Tom would have trusted me to trade his account. Not saying that to brag, but that was kind of Tom is a guy who just does something and figures out stuff on the way. He's a doer. He's somebody who gets stuff done, right? Very similar, like I operate, by the way. Even though I'm German and I like to have everything nicely defined, but I also think I like to execute and just figure out stuff along the way. And I was just thinking, are there any legal things to consider? Is he playing bank there? Is there any regulatory things that we might have? You know, I'm also in a different jurisdiction, and then I was also, you know, Tom is my friend. What if I piss away his money there, right? So, and I was just like, nah, Tom, I'm trading my own money. I will just size down. So here we go. That's how that started. Are you going to Tom's lecture in LA too? Thanks for the stream. Keep up the energy. Nah, man. I think I will not fly to LA. Not that I wouldn't recommend that to anybody, but look, I'm on a different continent. That would be a little bit. But you know, it would be a way to get out of the house. You know? Get me thinking here. No? Nah, probably not. JJ asked about prop trading again. Watch the recording, and I think I talked about that earlier. I personally, I would always trade with a broker, right? So Gabor, Prague is as or even a bit cooler than my hometown Budapest. Both are nice gems in Central Europe and the old Habsburg Empire, right? And a huge improvement is that we got rid of our little Trump in April. You mean Oban. That's something you as Hungarians have to decide whom to trust your leadership with. I really like the vibe of the stream to keep an appreciative company and supporting the management of the psychology part, and a pinch of humor as extra. Thank you. And Tom, of course, don't be a dick for a tick. You're very welcome, Gabor, my friend. K&K, a monarchy, you know, if you you know, when the Americans, when they visit Europe, they don't come to just one place. They just hop around. So I can guarantee you, if you go to Prague, also you should see Vienna. You should see Budapest. That's really close by. 3 beautiful K&K monarchy, Habsburg Empire cities. Absolutely gorgeous. You should do that. Spain, Jose, you say you prefer mechanical or discretionary? I think you said discretionary, but might be mechanical. No, the edge is in discretionary trading. I believe that 100%. So that's where you need to develop yourself into. There you go. Ta-da! Of course I'm joking. Tiny jokes for tiny oaks, says Andre. All right. That's fair enough, brother. Okay, guys, I've been streaming for over 2 hours now. still 430 people watching, but I think we should wrap this up. So thank you for being here with me. It was an absolute pleasure. Take care. Karaoke Andi.